Fairy stuff. Yeah.
I do a lot of fairy stuff.
Yes.
Does more fairy stuff than he does Captain Spaulding stuff anymore.
You know, I get paid better for Captain Spaulding, so that's why.
That's you doing in Texas, right?
No. Actually, fairy stuff. Probably would go in Colorado Springs, bring Captain Spaulding. But actually,
It says we're live.
you're paying room and board, which makes a huge difference.
We got a boom operator tonight. We went high tech.
Show wants to be in here. Just sitting right here.
She falls asleep. What's going on, everybody? I'm Josh, JRB5. This is K711, the one, the only, Tupacalyptic. Becky and Amanda of Mandy and the Beats.
Yes.
Yeah. Hot new. What genre would you? I know you did a couple covers, right? Is what we've got to watch tonight.
We've got definitely some folk rock and blues influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
soul.
Acoustic.
And soul too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just acoustic jams.
Acoustic jams. So yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the beats though, because there was no
beat.
no drummer, no percussionist, no nothing back there.
Not yet. We're working.
Working on it.
I'm trying to put the hint out there. See,
Yeah,
I got the washboard. I got the,
Yeah.
I got all the little toys.
Always panning for a job. Always
All
panning
right.
for a job. We got a blank canvas behind us. We just gonna start slapping some colors again. We finished up our Misfits one last week, and then or the week before because we didn't do a show last week because we were at Mopigs.
So, yeah, we were.
I forgot the painting, which I don't know if it would have sold there or not. I mean, it probably would have had a better chance there than sitting on my easel here, but we still gonna try to.
So often
Yeah.
we'll have a piece that we get done and we leave it every time.
Yeah, we're still. I think we got one option we're gonna try to explore. We haven't talked any more about it, but get it out to the public. But that was probably my last outing of the year. I'm gonna go into reclusion mode from
Hermit.
well, not
We'll
really
come out
hermit,
really big beard.
not really hermit, but just
Rapunzel.
vending.
Rapunzel, Rasputin.
vending takes a lot out of me anyhow. I don't know. I mean, it's
I noticed because you leave early and I end up selling 2 more pieces.
probably
That's how it always works.
yeah.
Because a lot of people, especially other vendors, will come back at the end and buy something. Because I've done that. Because you kind of want to wait and hopefully you can sell something, then it'll go buy it. Of course, you end up spending the money you just made.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was, wasn't the. I mean, it's fun, but obviously didn't sell anything. So,
and you got the rougher job of having a, what is she, 9, 10, 11,
11. Yeah.
11 going on 30.
Yeah, keeping her busy. She did kind of okay that night,
Mhm. She hung in there better than she has.
but yeah. So that's what we've been. I've started a series. I know you recorded, got into the
My band
studio
recorded,
with
our
the
first
Hate
song.
Coalition.
The Haters Coalition. There's a difference.
Where'd you guys
The
record
Haters
at?
Coalition.
They're the haters, not the hate. That just means flat out we hate. No, we're haters. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
Just an R, but it's a little one.
It's kind of like the A and the ER. You know? I guess.
There's ers in there.
Oh yeah. Hater. You gotta put an A. Just a hater.
You know, the whole thing is the player haters ball of the Haters Coalition. You really want to go into it.
So there's more abbreviations to it.
Yeah, we're more like pimps trying to play a punk band.
Oh, anyways, what do you got to talk about? There's something going on next weekend, right? That
Yeah, it's
everyone's
called the
like-
Gallery Place Palooza. It's an interactive art show. Yeah, I didn't get it to in time. I probably can't see it on my phone. But
Definitely not.
it's going to be next Sunday from noon to 4. And the Exploration Gallery Place is where Hub One's at, and the second one's at Keeper Gallery Place. You'll just have to look it up. But it's at something North Cynic. I can't read it because I'm blind.
Still got the military glasses on, don't you?
Yeah, but these I can freaking see through walls with.
I can tell.
Well, that's the problem.
A testament. A testament.
Well, no, I can see.
I can see through
Just
walls.
remember the audience can't see through them.
No, I can literally read everything a mile away. I just can't read. I can read. You know, like, oh, there's somebody waving like 3 blocks over.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to start slapping some paint.
Okay.
Jacked Up Leather, what is up? How are you doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in. Tuning in on the old YouTube. Yeah. Play the musical chairs. We need to get a little music going for that. That's chicken dance. Did you hit them? You didn't hit the mic?
You want me to? You moved it out of the way this time. That's what you did. Plus, the chair was back further.
Blame It on the Eclipse. That was the song I wrote last night.
Was you guys able to see the eclipse?
Not at all.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was until it was done.
I got a picture of some clouds. That's about it.
Oh, you asked where we recorded at. Dark Abyss, Jared
Oh, nice.
Lon's studio. He literally just pumped a bunch of money into it.
Yeah,
And he's
got a pretty
recorded.
Sweet little setup.
Excuse me. He's recorded 3 of the bands I've been in now.
Nice. Yeah, he recorded our first demo with Serious Side Effects.
He's getting better and better and better.
I went down there.
Johnny
Caldwell still.
Gamero, his
Oh, Black Cat J.
yeah, he did a recording there.
Oh,
It's good. I really like it. And then the new Synapse stuff, he let us listen to some of that because Esley was drummers for them too. Oh my gosh. You know, it's they're melodic death metal type band.
He's what, 11-string guitars?
Yeah, that's like 20. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could wrap my hand
Both
around
of them do. I mean, it's like the neck, and I'm like, how the heck?
it. Yeah, it's quite impressive.
I'd have to use
Wow.
those extender fingers I have for some of my costumes.
Yeah.
But the sound they did the drums in a theater, so it's just boom, boom. I mean, that for that kind of music, I was just like, holy cow, go Esley! I didn't know you could play so loud. No,
Oh, I bet that sounded beautiful, the acoustics.
yeah, because real melodic going and stuff. And
Where's he located at now? I know he wasn't called Wellington.
and not too far. And his prices are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's pretty reasonable.
yeah, so we did our one song. We're going to drop the song, I hope, for Halloween because it's a Halloween type song, and we're going to probably put a video on it real soon. So I may be giving you or a few other videographers some calls. We'll see where it goes. I still got to get there for my Captain Spartan's boudoir thing, don't I?
Oh, yes, we need to do that very soon. He's going to have a calendar out soon.
Need to actually probably start it next January and have it planned for like Halloween and Christmas time. You know, so
Yeah, see, better for Mark.
yeah, we've been planning this thing for 3-4 years now, maybe longer.
I'm just going to do a calendar, not of me, but a calendar of artwork.
I wasn't doing a calendar of me. I was doing a calendar of Captain Spaulding.
I know, but
In
another
who
funny
you are.
story.
Yeah, a different costume for every month.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the plan.
But to get them
Just a
printed,
turkey and
to get them
Thanksgiving.
printed, it was like $12, and I'm like,
Yeah.
For each one.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're
And
not
I'm
cheap
like-
getting calendars printed.
Not unless you buy like 5 million of them.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure if you found the right print shop that does do like, but yeah, you probably have to get a pretty big quantity, and I'm like, yeah, I don't seem very cost effective right now.
I just figured get the shoot done, then we'll figure the rest out.
Yeah.
And then we can make it a book or just a video or whatever. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
yeah. Coffee table book.
Yeah.
Which are cheaper than calendars.
Oh, yes,
because
they
the
are.
That's
binding
true,
and the
that is
weirdness
true.
of it.
Then you can
all
put
the
it by toilet.
photos, all the photos I've taken for over the years too. I need to do some of all those too.
Yeah, you got a lot of really good ones.
And so do you. Well, we both just need to get out and, but man, it's just so time consuming, especially like because you're in bands and do art and plus your photography professionally, right?
Yeah.
And it's just when you got to go
Survived
through
wedding
the,
season.
Oh, yeah, and wedding
Congrats.
season. Thank you. I survived.
Does wedding season ever stop?
It does when it gets cold.
Oh, okay.
It's not every single weekend.
Yeah.
At City Blue, we get a lot of,
Invitations.
no,
banners.
I'm sure the invitations downstairs, but we get like the table charts, where people
Oh.
and the welcome and
Yeah.
it just makes me want to puke. But all of us are like, look, here's another puke, and I'm like,
I understand.
I'm not jaded at all.
So, how do you guys come about? Because I've known you and your daughter, and then you had a fourth person. Was no one with you?
Well, I was in an all-female band called the Deep Dreamers with
Oh,
Diveta.
that's what it was.
And then
Okay.
our drummer was going to go to school for instrument repair, and our violin/piano player, she's also a teacher and works at Cincinnati Music too. So she's really busy being a single mom and stuff. So life kind of got in the way.
Oh, so I'm getting the two bands mixed up a little bit then.
Well,
What's going
so
on?
then me and Diveta went and found Becky because I met Becky at the Rock Hit for Girls back in 2018.
Yeah, I was wondering what year that was.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a long time ago.
And
You
we-
waited a
we
while, didn't
started
you?
jamming then, and then life got in the way like it does.
Yeah.
And back then we were calling ourselves Mandy and the Beats, and we figured we'd just keep it. Yeah. Even though my name's Amanda, please don't call me Becky.
Oh, too late now. Too late now. Hey, Mandy.
It took me forever to get my dad to quit calling me.
Yeah, hopefully that is a mistake.
Yeah, because my son, he's changed his name too. And it's so hard. It's so
Yeah,
hard.
Used to call him something.
Yeah, it's just like, oh no, I'm not that anymore, Dad. Okay. But when I send you a letter, it's still going to say that on there because you don't have it officially changed. But I've been enjoying, like I said, the two you guys played at the park. Started playing, I was like, oh, my washboard was sitting right there. So I was like, oh, that's kind of a little mellow. And I was just because I have a cymbal right here, so that's my going.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the
And it was just simple beat. So it wasn't, and
we don't try to get all intricate and stuff. We're just
right.
there to let it out.
Oh no, that's what I do with because I'm not fancy on the.
Yeah.
I was getting really good when we were in a folk band, but the folk band disintegrated. We have like 6 or 7 players. It's hard.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's hard just getting
Well,
coordinated.
yeah, because that's where I'm at now with the 4. And you got like 20 bands though,
Well,
so
I had 3. I'm down to 2 now.
oh,
So.
okay.
What are you going to do with your time?
Yeah.
Wedding season's over and your band number is
She's gonna
down?
come here and paint more.
I'm still building a studio that takes up a lot of my time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that to be
yeah,
done.
that should be done by spring.
Because I'm gonna drag my band out there and we're gonna have to do some more.
And your boudoir photo shoot.
And my boudoir.
Okay, back to the boudoir. Is it going to be all Captain Spaulding?
Yes, it's gonna be
Yes,
all
it's
Captain
Captain
Spaulding.
Spaulding.
Okay, well,
We got most of it.
It's gonna
Not
be highly
we don't have it written in stone yet, but we have ideas for each month.
Well, we were at Spirit Halloween last night, paying way too much for Halloween costumes, but for the kid, and I can't afford to. I can only. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I can only afford one. She was like, you should
Give
be
me
this
some
dad. And I'm
ketchup,
like,
I'll be a dead guy.
Yeah. That's where we're at on that. But there
Dude,
was a Captain Spaulding mask. I go, hey, look, it's Kevin. She goes, where? She's like looking for you, and I'm like, oh, no, over there. And she goes, oh, wow, that really does look like Kevin. Oh, we forgot to close the window. So sorry, folks.
Do
Emergency.
you guys have a warrant out for you? No, okay.
Not today.
So have you guys got any live performances coming up, or what's the plans for you guys?
Not yet. We're still trying to polish up our set and get more songs. And of course, we like to write too. So writing music takes some time sometimes.
And Diveta couldn't be here tonight because she started
Yeah.
a new job and has to work now.
I'm just so jealous of her artwork.
Oh, I'm jealous of her guitar playing.
I haven't seen
She's
that
so
really
good.
yet, but it's like,
She's really good.
well, it comes from talented
That's
parents, I think, a lot of times, because you start, maybe you didn't have that, maybe you did. And
Yeah,
then,
my
then the
whole
next
family's
generation, then the
musicians,
next
so.
generation takes it the next step, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was, never quite understood my mother, why she never really, she was a concert pianist when she graduated high school, but she went into nursing, it's that time period.
Yeah.
And she never really forced it on us, but we played. And then I really didn't start playing until after I was 50. Now I can't stop. It's like,
It's
God,
addicting. Isn't it?
why didn't I do all this before? She goes, you just weren't ready. And I'm like, you're right. I never stopped painting though. I mean, I was doing commissions since 10 years old. So
Oh, That's awesome.
But what's the concept? What do you guys plan on doing? Or are you just kind of feeling it all out?
Well, we're gonna speak some on it, Becky.
Oh, sure. Well, like she said, we just lived a lot of life since we've been jamming every once in a while for several years now. And I don't know, it just kind of seems like the timing's right. And Diveta was able to be in town and join us. And yesterday got an invitation to play for Steampunk Day at Cowtown. And Amanda was there to take photos. So that was awesome. That definitely would have been a gig for all three of us if Diveta was available and we had time to practice. But
Oh yeah, young people in their jobs when they're first starting out, really.
It sucks when they have to work and pay bills.
Yeah.
Wish she could just take off and come play music with her mother instead.
It takes years before
For
you
Wicked
get,
World.
It's taken me years to get where I can pick and choose when and how I work. I mean, my job's an 8 to 4, but they're always asking for overtime. I'm like, no, I don't need the overtime. I've got my military retirement and I got more coming from the military and stuff, but it doesn't matter. So it's just like, it's finding a spot where I can just say no. But when you're younger, it's hard to say
you
no.
can't really do that when you're young. And you
I
have
still
to
get
pay
tons of bills, but I just don't care. It's like I pay my bills and I'm able to eat a little bit and I feed my dogs. I make sure my dogs are fed more than I feed myself. So I can't tell by looking at me.
Oh, you're good.
But,
Getting a little peakish there, Kevin.
yeah.
Is that the word peakish? Peakish is white.
And I'm working on my deep blues vocals right now, as you can tell. But
That old raspiness.
yeah,
Jim Morris.
it actually worked well yesterday when I was singing though.
Oh, heck
Yeah. Then I got done. I couldn't talk.
And you guys are going to release it, you said, on Halloween?
I'm hoping to.
Not on Spotify or something like that? Or you guys know what you're going to just to the public?
Ready to
It's the first one we've
something
ever
to this
predicted.
thing.
Normally, when as a punk band, we're like, oh, here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Look at it. That's what I'm talking
There
about.
you go.
Mm.
first time
Multi-talented.
painting ever, but
Mm.
When
Do
the
a weird,
opportunity
colorful
presents
background.
itself.
Let me help there, Kevin.
Yeah.
You want to stop
See
there?
what's going on. We'll get
No,
these
you can stay
videos
there.
going.
You stay
It's
there.
okay. I'll come over here.
No, because no, I guess you'll be painting too if you want. So it's, I may not end up painting today.
I'll just do a stripe or two. I mean, don't worry about it. I won't mess
She
it up.
does like tigers.
Oh, don't worry
Yeah,
about
exactly.
Do not worry about messing it up
No.
because you can't mess up a piece of art.
We mess up each other's art all the time. I still got to touch up. I got to touch up the red paint off of
Yeah,
Your Mother's Nature.
I'm thinking that's when the piece got blown over.
Oh, it's like that.
Because I was making sure my red paint wasn't hitting anything else because it wasn't even windy when I was doing that. Yeah, I didn't want to chainsaw man. I put blood all over.
Everywhere.
Well, red paint.
Yeah.
And then the wind blew it down, and he had one sitting there, his little Mother Nature one. A few little spots of red got on it.
Yeah.
Oh, real Mother Nature.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he does out of the way.
What's going on, Kyle? How you doing? Feel like a first-time commentator.
So how far do you guys think you are right now? I mean, if you were called up to play a set, how long would it take you?
Well, we all have like our own songs. It's just, we can back each other up because, we're seasoned.
Yeah.
Seasoned like that.
No, I get that.
It wouldn't take us long. We're like, hey, Diveta, your turn. We'd back her up. And Becky's turn and my turn. We just
And you jam together enough to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got a
So you
video
hit
for,
Kirby's and do a show.
Oh,
Yeah.
piece of cake.
I got video of doing the changes.
Oh,
Mavis
yes.
Staple, right?
Yes.
And then the one you and Diveta doing Childer song.
Oh, yes.
I can't think of the name of the song.
Nose to the grindstone.
Nice, no, just nice
Well,
stuff.
if you ever need a bass uke too, I got that bass uke.
Yes. Yeah, we would get together and jam sometime.
We've jammed about twice, I think, but even then it wasn't really a
Yeah.
jam. You just kind of shut. I don't even remember why you were there.
I just shut up.
Hey, Kevin. I think I've decided that music is probably my art. You want to jump in here? I don't want to go
You
any
know what?
farther. I
Oh,
contributed.
You can't ruin it. That's
Yeah.
what
Oh,
I'm
I know.
telling you.
I know. But I just want to see what you can do.
'Cause you're the
What's
same.
up, Will? How
Right
you
now
doing
we're just doing
tonight?
we're doing our backdrop stuff right now, so there's really not a way
Yeah.
to mess it up.
Life has been life, and that's for sure, Kyle. That's it.
It's just if you add too many colors, it turns this darkish, brownish gray. You know, when you keep adding colors to contour, and then it starts.
So I'm gonna play the video of the changes. Mavis Staple. Am I saying that name right?
Mhm.
Mavis
Mavis Staples.
Staples.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Around here, gotta change. Around here, you can't go on this way. Gotta change. Around here, say it loud, say it quick. Gotta change. Around here, fingers on the trigger. Around here, fingers on the trigger. Around here. Bullets flying, mothers crying. We gotta change around here. Get it straight, be sure that you hear. Things gonna change around here. What good is freedom if we haven't learned to be free? What good is freedom if we haven't learned to be free? Day after day, year after year, we're gonna change around here. X is the letter, blue is the color, 1 is the number, and now is the time. Can we change around here? We gotta change around here. Say it loud, say it clear. We gotta change around here.
Yeah. Good stuff there. Yes. Like I said, we opted with the video instead of trying to play live, which we used to do a lot more live stuff, which we were talking about. And that may be something after the break we may, as I've said it several times, I kind of want to get to a tiny desk format where we can actually have, full bands in here and sound good and not twangy off of one mic or canny.
And put some soundproofing up and stuff too.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
Or we can stuff some
a lot
pieces, I
further
guess.
down the line. I mean, Tiny Desk doesn't have all that. They just move desk and there's
Who?
a piano. Tiny Desk on
I don't know who that is.
What is
NPR.
NPR.
Yeah, they've
It's,
got a
I mean, it's
contest where you pretty much just like your band plays behind a desk or whatever. And I forget who are some of the bands that came out of that.
Mac Miller's been on there. I mean, it's huge. I mean, anybody big now. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like you've made it if you've been on Tiny
Yeah.
Desk, and
We should actually.
They show the
work on
desk, but they
something
don't
that's-
show the rest of the room, right? Is that,
Well, no, I mean, it's just like they move the desk forward. There's a piano there. I mean, they've got piano, drums. I mean, they can fit a whole band in there. It's crammed. I mean, Mac had the whole band, and then he brought horns in for one of the songs. They had like, some, like 3 or 4 horn players. But yeah,
Sounds very entertaining.
Yeah, they have a contest for amateurs / I guess new coming professionals or
Yeah.
whatever. I
they
think.
also
And
gotta
I
have the
think
money
it's.
backing for the stuff.
well,
too.
yeah. I mean, it's been around for.
Yeah.
I mean, probably one of the first podcasts. I think NPR.
Mhm. Yeah.
Which I've never really watched any of that, but it's like that's where all of this kind of
Yeah.
came from.
Cool.
So Janice says sweet. Jacked Up Leather says has a southern soul sound.
Yeah.
The vocals were very.
Yeah,
I like the
I
vocals a
love
lot.
Becky's voice.
It's that old
She's
bluesy,
got some soul.
those old recordings. They remind me of those old acoustic recording, like when
Yeah, like off the record player or something.
Yeah.
with the popping noise
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Different shapes for.
So how long have you been playing?
Yeah, I turned 44 this September, and I got my first guitar when I was 14 for my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and lessons after that for a while. But I've been playing different instruments pretty much since I was pretty young. Started with keyboard and piano.
Yeah.
And then in school, kind of switched to all kinds of. Did percussion for a little bit. Did trumpet for a little bit.
She is one hell of a one woman band.
Yeah.
All school bands force the kids to go play a wind instrument.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You never really get to pick the first instrument.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play drums or guitar.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
no, because I played the flute.
Yeah, I had a kind of a crappy experience in high school. I was playing trumpet in like the concert marching band my freshman year, and then I was also in jazz band, and I started playing my guitar in that. Well, the next year I didn't want to play in the marching band or concert band with trumpet. I just wanted to play guitar,
Yeah.
but they were like, no, if you're not going to play trumpet in this, then you can't play guitar in that.
And that's what
So
happened.
I was
to
like,
me.
I went to vocal music at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played in the jazz band, the bass. Once I graduated high school, I didn't touch it for 40 years. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been. But yeah, they're like, no, you got to join the marching band. I was like, yeah, how am I going to be on the marching band when I'm on the football team? Halftime, you're going to have to come out.
Yeah.
Double duty.
I'm pretty sure in Bell Plain there was a couple of kids that did that.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Well, small schools do that because we had some of our basketball players like that.
I
Yeah.
think they got to do it like in their uniforms. I don't think they had to go change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, but that's been a lifetime ago.
Maybe
I hear you.
that's back, because
How long have you been playing?
Since I was 10.
10. So yeah,
About
it's always
35
been.
years.
Like you
What
said,
was your
music
first
was in your
instrument?
family.
Piano.
Piano?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think with guitar, like I said, I produced a rapper for a bit,
Mhm.
and I mean, just the keys on that. But I mean, I wanted to know what I was. So instead of just hitting the keys,
Yes.
I tried to. I can't play piano. I mean, I'm not going to even claim to play piano, but
Right.
I learned what it was, and it blew my mind on playing how related they are.
12
The
notes,
guitar,
12
Yeah.
notes or 12 notes. Yeah.
yeah, it's just I mean, it's essentially
Yeah.
the same thing, except for you're pushing the keys and they're hammering the notes instead of
Right. Yeah, the
So-
keyboard's really good because it kind of the visual map of it is a lot more self-explanatory than like the guitar or a trumpet or something.
But like I said, the kids picked up. My parents never. Well, I begged to play a band, but I wanted to play drums, and they were like, "No way in hell." And so I was like,
They
"Well,
don't want that at,
I'm not doing
at the
band,
house, right?
So I always give my mom, grief. I was like, "Yeah, I could have made it, but you shattered my dreams, Mom." Yeah. Like I said, I've been in 2 bands, and I had no desire. I'd say I got it all out. Then I'm good. I tried. I didn't make it, so.
Yeah,
stick
one of my
to-
favorite stories was when you're kind of like the manager of the band, and
Yeah.
that was the most expensive trip any band could take ever, just to go to a 2-hour drive concert.
That we didn't get paid for.
Go ahead and tell us the story.
Yeah, so this seems like it might be a good one.
Yeah, I let that in there because it is a funny story.
It is. But me and Kevin really didn't know each other
We
then.
knew of each other, but we didn't know each other.
Because you hadn't done, so that was probably our first time meeting each other, which was just, hi, and he's in Captain Spaulding. We're both like, what the fuck, and then, like, okay, and so, but it was in Dodge City at not the doctor's office, I don't think. The other one,
Some out of
kinda
town,
outskirts of town kind of
What
thing.
was it,
But
Memorial Day or Labor Day or something?
it was one of the days they go to the lake, so it hadn't been Memorial Day because Labor Day they don't go to the lake normally anymore. And so, we drive out there. We took 2 different vehicles. I had half the band with me and half the equipment and the drummer, and the other half the guys were in there. But he was at least 10 years younger and driving like an idiot, speeding, and got a ticket. So $200 there, 200 and some change there before we even get to the show. It's out of his pocket, but it's still,
Because we had an audience of what, 2 maybe?
yeah,
3? It was
between what,
huge.
4 bands.
This place was huge. You could probably hold what, 1,000 easy.
Oh,
So it made it even
And we had
even
3
more
bands.
pathetic
Yeah.
because they're just like
Because even the local band didn't have anybody.
the kid was with me. The kid was with me, and she's just spinning around. I remember she eventually fell asleep in the car, or in a chair, and then in the car on the way home. But so we're loading up set. Set went not, but the stage was weird because the singer was so tall, and even Kevin probably
Right here. I
Yeah.
mean, they have this drop down. And
Yeah.
it comes to like right here.
Okay.
So you would be hitting your head too. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, I'm sitting there singing. So I jumped off. I jumped off. So I jumped off the stage, and it's only the bands. So I'm amongst the bands, and some of them know the songs already. Some of them don't because we all kind of know each other song wise. And I'm just sitting there running around as a clown.
Yeah,
Captain Spaulding.
If you were back, like 3 or 4 feet off of the edge of the stage, it probably wouldn't be an issue. But I mean, like I said, even if the front man's up at the front of the stage, you're like seeing this much of them. So
Yeah.
it was a weird stage. So we get done with our set, we load up, and Tony, the guitarist, unbeknownst to me, set his phone like in a weird spot on my hatch, and it was like right where that if I closed it, it would break. And so what did I do? I closed it. I'm like, why ain't this? I'm like, I thought we had equipment, that so I'm moving shit and I'm like, 3 or 4 times just fucking going to town on this thing, and I realized, and I'm like, and I mean, it's like this brand new phone, I think, and so maybe not brand new. So I mean, he pissed and chucked it. I mean, he can't be mad at me. He's got to be mad at yourself. You set your damn phone there, man.
Yeah, right.
And so I mean, he calmed down, got a hold of his wife back here in Wichita, and they had the insurance already before we even got home.
Okay,
It was already taken care of. It'll be here in a day or two, but. Yeah, he was not a happy camper after that. And like I said, the band broke up, so I like to blame myself for that. Well, it was kind of.
It was probably the stage.
It was, yeah. It was kind of a screwy situation, anyhow. That I kind of got outed out because the original singer wanted back in, and I wasn't at that point I'd kind of slowed down on the party, and I wasn't a fucking complete on drunk. I mean, if I was driving and stuff, I wouldn't be drinking. I mean, so. I grew up a little bit and they didn't. And, there was a couple shows where like, oh, we're going on without a drummer because Tyler's drunk already and went home. And I'm like, you're going on without a front man too, because I'm going home and going to bed because I'm old and I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
And this was 15 years ago. I felt old. I said I was old. But I'm an old soul, Kevin. I'm an old soul.
Not even close, man.
I'm an old
I'm a day
soul.
away from 60, so don't even go there.
A day away.
Your birthday's tomorrow.
It's always tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Officially in May.
Robin says his first instrument was the cello and loved it. I think I would have got down with the cello. I just didn't want to play trombone. That's what
my
trombone
son,
or flute. I was like, I don't want to do that, and that's what about all the bell playing.
I played the flute, but my son played the trombone, which when he started playing the bass, he's like, literally one day he's playing the trombone, played it well, because Cheney had one of those big time bands that did well in state every year.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to play, and like a week later, he's playing all this stuff from like Black Sabbath and Metallica and a bunch of other stuff. And he does a post-hardcore kind of recordings that he does now. And
Let's see if I can screw something up here.
it's like, holy cow, but he won't play with a band. He's such an introvert. He won't play. He won't even play with me when he comes home.
Really?
I'm like, okay. And I mean, he's the reason I'm playing bass. It's kind of reverse.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I saw he was playing the bass, and I was like, oh, I can do it. And then I remember playing it in high school too. So.
I played clarinet in high school.
No, yeah,
Those
really.
are Anne Frank paintings, what Jacked Up Leather said.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Anne Frank, the blind lady, right?
See, we're
Blind,
thinking
she's blind, and I mean, she was blind, deaf.
She was
everything.
no,
I
that
thought that was
Helen
Helen
Keller.
that was
Okay.
Helen Keller.
Who's Anne Frank?
Anne Frank was the one that her family was hidden in a house.
She did
in
the diary.
Holocaust.
Okay.
She did
Yeah.
the diary, and I think in the diary she also had some drawings and stuff, like most kids do.
Well, I don't understand the reference.
You mean
Did I
Lisa
miss-
Frank, the one that does all the really colorful like tigers and stuff?
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe that's it.
Maybe
Well,
that's what it is.
I think you read it wrong. Now I think about it. You're
Yeah,
right.
maybe Lisa Frank's makes more sense.
Let me look.
You got me all screwed up, Jack.
We'll just call it
we had a
Helen
history
Keller.
lesson too.
Long time listener, but I feel like a first time. Yeah, Kyle.
Kyle.
Well, there's an E at the end. Lisa Frank. Yeah, Lisa Frank's a different artist. You're right.
We need some hearts and teddy bears or something.
Yes,
To make that complete.
and Love Line Code.
Everybody's about talking about the first. Someone played the viola, first instrument.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah, I flashed all them up already.
Here I am. You know, the thing I've learned from some of the better players around here, one of my favorite bass players, plays for the Dead Shoes. He plays upright and regular bass. I can't even think of his name.
Brody.
Huh?
Brody.
Thank you.
That dude's
Well,
badass.
I asked him about reading music, and he says, I've lost reading music because I play with people so much regular, their
He
own
just doesn't need to.
personal stuff. He
He
goes,
just
I look at
tears
what
off
they're,
and nails it.
he'll like look at what you're doing with your hands for like a second and listen to it, and then he's like, boom, boom, boom. And just a few times we talked, he doesn't need to give me lessons. He just tells me, and then I go, oh, let me try that. I'm like, holy cow, this works. Because I don't know if you remember, I used to only play the top string.
Yes, I remember.
And that, but I played it well.
Couldn't
I
forget
played
that.
it well.
Yes, you did.
But
You rocked that first string.
holy cow! But you're literally your hands going up and down constantly.
Yes.
And then once I learned to do the little diamonds and squares and stuff right in those little packages, I'm like, oh man, this is so much
And
easier.
once you get in the pocket, you don't have to watch what you're doing.
Right.
Because-
But also, it's, because it's different strings too. So that was hard. And my pinky, like, oh, just cut it off.
Yeah. I only
I
use
don't
mine
need
when
that
I have
stinking
to.
pinky.
He's a great sound man too. He's got a golden ear on him.
So, what's your goals with this project that you're working on now?
I would
Rock.
say
I wanna
definitely some recordings. And
Yeah.
we're pretty much waiting on
Yeah.
for her studio to get done so that we can do it at Amanda V Productions.
Yes.
Oh, you're going to record there too?
Yes.
Listen to you.
I got a 16-track recording ready to Pro Tools.
Oh, cool.
A 24-track board, but I don't plan on using that many channels.
You have a whole symphony in there.
Well, most people, have you seen some of them? They got these
Well,
boards with like 1,000 things on
It's
them.
Use more
48
of 'em.
tracks, but only use half of it because when I have the whole thing together, it's like as long as my couch, and it's just overkill for the size of studio.
Well, that's cool. When you get built, man,
I definitely will. I
let
think I'll be the only female sound engineer in town.
you can experiment with my band because I'm being punk.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me to be. My drummer's a little more picky than I am, but he's like, Kevin, you're off, and I'm like,
Are you still have Esley as your drummer?
well, man, you're my human neptune. You're never going to be off. So if I'm off, it's because you're off. And it's like, no. And like, he's right. But sometimes when you're singing, you get that microsecond off in voice. Sometimes it's noticeable, and other times
Yeah.
it's not.
Sometimes you get in that rhythm when it's off. It's like
Well, especially when
it's like
recording,
you're
and I
stuck.
had to repeat vocals in certain parts, and none of it matched up. I'm like, I'm still starting within that gap that you have. But I'm not starting exactly when I said I or the E or whatever.
That's why I love metronomes. It's
You know?
so much easier.
It makes your engineering that much easier.
Mixing so much easier.
Yeah.
And you don't have to try to sync people up when you get a little off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He'll there was a metronome playing,
Yeah.
but it's still, he'll sync me up.
Yeah.
I mean, because I wasn't off. Because you will be off no matter who you are. I don't care.
Yeah. It's,
I'm
once
never
you do
off.
it, we're
I'm
not
always
supposed to be
on to the
perfect.
break of dawn.
Well, because in this song, the verse is actually all spoken. And I nailed it the first time and tried to do it a second time. I don't know how I did it the first time, even listening to it. I'm like, man, I don't know how I did that. So it's just, I go, hey, the first one's a good take. Because when you're talking, and I tend to not sing the same words that I sing live sometimes.
Yeah, I understand that.
So.
I like to make it up on the fly too.
Well, I have one. We have one song that's specifically for that. It's going to be, singing about the audience and stuff. I mean, the first verse.
Those are so fun.
The first verse is going to be, when we record it, I'll have a whole normal thing. But when I do it in the shows, a lot of times we'll be looking at somebody and I'll be wearing something goofy. And I can sing about diamond ring, and I can sing about the ding ring, whatever comes out of
Oh, yeah.
my mouth.
Makes it more memorable that way when you're singing about them.
Stuff like that. So.
Yeah, Amanda says she can make up lyrics on the fly. I get in my head and then I just kind of freeze. I can't think of anything, let alone make one
I've
up,
learned to
so-
do it because when the band starts jamming,
Mhm.
Yeah.
the lead vocalist, and the song, what they're doing is tight. And you're like, oh man, I got to throw some vocals in here. So I have a lot of little catchphrase type vocals I throw out. But I've written.
What's your favorite catchphrase?
Well, yesterday was I want to kill somebody. I want to kill them in the crowd.
I have those moods sometimes too.
It's basically I want to be somebody from Wasp, but it's like I want to kill somebody in this crowd.
That's a little creepy.
Well, I sing a lot about serial killers and monsters. And
Oh, okay. Yeah.
stuff like that. Street kids.
That makes it totally better.
Yes, it does.
Makes it more fun.
Yeah.
My always go-to was like rap lyrics because I mean I grew up. Rap was I wasn't supposed to listen to rap, so I listened to rap.
Right, exactly.
And
2 Live Crew.
Too short.
Too short.
Yeah, ride and slide and whipping and dipping and metal, going to metal, but I'm
Two Live Crew was before his time.
no, I listen to 2 Live Crew,
Okay.
Still
but
before your time.
I don't.
So that was my
One
high school days.
and one by having some fun. That's the only one I can remember. Banned in the USA.
No, I remember when it first came out, like first time I heard it, it wasn't even in this part of the world yet. Had a roommate that was from Bronx, New York, that had a little tape, you know how we always tape stuff, and
Yeah.
MCs were doing it on the radios. It was like, holy cow, the scratching was just so foreign to me. It literally sounded like someone was taking their guitar and just rubbing it against the wall. And, that's how, because they were using regular turntables. And then all of a sudden it just kind of blew up from there.
Yeah.
So, but I remember listening, but then you check this out. And what they were saying and doing was cool. But back then, because it was just so, like I said, on a regular turntable. So I'm like, how do they tape it down and do all kinds of crazy stuff to keep it from popping around or what?
We haven't thought about it like that.
There you go. You should ask some rapper out there. See her.
Yeah. Can you rap?
It's like you're doing a square dance.
Diveta can. We're good.
Okay, sounds good.
That's how because I remember listening to rap and stuff, and I was like, oh, I listened to this stuff back when I was a kid because I was in a square dance.
Is it looking more like Lisa Frank?
I like that.
Gotta take a look at that.
You want to hop
Oh,
on?
nice.
See how you
Yeah,
can't mess
do
it
it.
up?
Let's
See
put
what I just started
So you
playing
got
all the colors.
you got to cancel it.
Just
Kevin
started
just
playing all the colors.
leaving comments flashed up here. Good thing it wasn't nothing bad.
No, I wouldn't put it bad. It was only up there for a couple minutes. I want to make sure everybody read it.
Did everybody get a chance to read that comment?
So everybody talked about their first instrument. I guess mine was the piano. But my first instrument in school was the flute.
Say, Dad, I got the silver tone.
In fact, my mom just gave me my old flute back. I need to get the pads back on it. And it was funny. I was sitting there going, holy cow, it's kind of still there. Even though I haven't played a flute since grade school.
Started playing guitar, and then the first band was bass, just because we had a guitarist and didn't want to. I was working at Learjet when we started, so I was making really good money. So I just went and bought.
The nicest thing.
Well, no, I mean my cabinet was like Frankenstein, but I
Those are the best cabinets.
Yeah,
though.
I mean it was like two, just regular cabinets, and I bought a head for it and ran them through there, and I think there was duct tape involved, and so yeah.
My first cabinet was a Line 6 for my bass. That thing was so horrible and fuzzy.
Well, I bought a
That's
good
probably
guitar
why.
rig.
That's probably why I liked such a fuzzy noise on my bass.
Yeah, I bought a good guitar rig, but when I switched over to bass, I threw that in pawn. Of course, rent was due or whatever. And I'm like, I'll get that back next month, and of course, I didn't. Lived up to the musician stereotype. Lost my first Strat. Oh, I knew that battery was gonna go dead. Didn't charge it.
We're in a storm now. I have storm warnings go across.
Yeah.
See if that helps any. It helps a little.
That's not as bright as it was.
Got natural light now.
Yeah, natural light.
Yeah, see what I was saying? You couldn't have messed it up no matter what you did. Because right now we're kind of doing a background.
Well, what we're doing.
We're doing something.
Yeah.
Just slapping paint on there, and then we're gonna see what happens.
Maybe we'll do another Misfits one.
Yeah,
Except
I mean,
have it
that's-
angle the other way.
That's kind of
Yeah, I
how the
really like that
Misfits one
Misfits
came about, because we just started slapping paint.
And then we were kind of like Why weren't we invited to this misfit tribute at the freaking?
Well, I don't get invited to anything. Vicky went out, and I didn't get invited. I'm a little butthurt about that, Kevin. But
Well, I asked her if she wanted to go to dinner. She goes, "Oh, I'm already planning to go to dinner such and such." So I said, "Okay." And then she goes, "You want to go with us?" And I said, "Well, will I be a bother?" And she goes, "No." And it turned out I knew the other two people. So.
yeah, so
All
whatever.
you have to do is talk. I know, because we made her some jack that very first art show we took her with us. Yeah, I loaned her. I had a big one, right? I did hit your mic after all.
Yeah,
And I just said, "Here."
it's not a show.
I
Until
knew she
Kevin
was an
hits it.
artist, so I said, "Here, just anybody that knows me, if I'm out doing live art and you're sitting there and you're looking whatever, I'm probably going to say, 'Here, start painting.' So don't sit there and stare at me too long when I start playing." And she ended up doing this piece, and it sold for like $300. And we just gave it all to her.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh no, it's yours." And I'm like, "No, it's all yours. I gave you this piece, even though the East would cost, I think it cost like $70-$80, but it doesn't matter because we did well that day."
Yeah.
But
It was a fun one.
she was
that
like,
was the
so
last.
ever since then, she goes, she's been selling some here and there now.
Yeah.
But she lives in Colorado Springs now, so
I think that was really my last good outing.
that was our last good outing period. Yeah.
I mean, that was easily the best. But I mean, even like I said, that this is all you get this year apparently, and so I mean, I'm
Because I sold one piece or two pieces, didn't I? At the Mopigs. Usually you sell a piece or two, and I don't sell anything. No one was going for it. Everybody's going for the original stuff. No one was
Well, I
going
mean,
for the.
yeah. I mean, but we've never had luck at the nerd.
Yeah.
They were toy collectors.
The musical festivals,
Because
because
we just never had selling art there doesn't.
music festivals we do fairly well. Because even that one we did at the,
Well, it's always hit or miss. It's always
the truck thing, we still sold a little bit, but not like we did it.
truck thing. Oh, the
Um,
out of Mulvane.
yeah, with the 4th of July one.
Yeah.
I know I sold a few. Didn't you sell one too? But I also tore my big one.
Yeah,
So I still got to fix that. So the $400 one's probably not going to be $400 now.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna. I thought about touching up. I think there's a couple I want to go through and redo. Not redo, just finish. I guess
I've done that with a few
I want-
I've had.
the bot. I mean, I can't believe the robot had our fear bot. Whatever.
Everybody loves it, but they never buy it.
So I think maybe white outlines on it, maybe multicolor white
Yeah,
and black.
I'm gonna bring that other one in. We'll put the line on it, the Pinocchio one. I think maybe
Okay.
that'll push everybody over the edge.
And I think Cthulhu, we've got the hole that we patched, and so maybe outline it. I mean, it hadn't
So
sold.
they can tell it's a shark that's being eaten instead of him
Yeah.
just having it on a period or something.
Yeah. So I think maybe some outlines on that, maybe. And then, like I said, this thing keeps bugging me. I don't know. I'm kind of.
We got the freaking Dracula from The Count from 1,
Yeah.
2, or the
Oh,
blueberry.
from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or the blue. What's the one from the cereal?
Blueberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The front.
Count Chocula.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Nothing against him if he's watching. I love him, Tello X, and he joined in to paint us, and he turned.
What's up, Stephanie?
Turned our vampire into a big grape.
Yep. Definitely check out Mo Pigs. Great stuff. You want to go hang out with some ghosts? Go check the Mo Pigs. They got the ghost, the mostest that like to play video games.
Mhm. Did you see they got? Because I found out. I guess Spirit of Halloween
Oh, they're giant.
licensed.
clown.
Well, I guess they licensed them, so they got the small one, which is in the
Yeah.
other corner, which you got like last year, I think, and then you got the big one. And I'm like, holy cow!
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
if I sold a lot of art, that would be sitting in my living room right now. But I didn't sell a lot of art, so
Yeah, those are pretty badass.
so I may have to.
They're eating.
The one of Mopigs may disappear and end up on my lawn somehow.
Just blame it on the
Heard nothing,
ghost.
Stephanie.
I don't know how it went.
But
I just
any
love
more
it.
ghost activity, Stephanie? They got a shooting game. I don't know what the game is, but it's old school kind of shooting game.
Okay.
And so I guess it just it kind of sets down in the holster,
Mhm.
but I guess it just randomly. I mean, there's no like what the door doesn't open, a gust of wind doesn't blow. It just
Yeah.
I mean, they got it on. They
That's
got it on
trippy.
their
Yeah.
Falls down and
surveillance
starts
camera. Yeah, as long as it don't pick itself back up and Yeah, start shooting and then going into the
Well, I'll be
holster.
impressed when it does that.
Yeah. Not really, she said. Well, I know she was all amped about the ghost hunts that Stouffer was doing. So I was like, and now you don't got to go far to go ghost hunting.
Well, you can do them at Cowtown.
Well, I know. But I mean, I think they were.
In fact, don't you have some? You have some photos.
Oh, I've got some crazy orbs of faces in it coming right at me.
No.
Was that from last year?
Yeah, it's from 2
2
years
years
ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, donut hole. It's haunted.
Mm.
I saged all the paintings. I left them in the car. I go, you can haunt the car, but I don't need. I'm like, I choose not to believe because I don't want to believe. I'm like, I there's enough in this world that stresses me out. I don't need things from other worlds stressing me out. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to deal with that. So, but I left the paintings in the car because we did donut hole. He did August. I did September. So our art was up there for 2 months.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I don't know how any of this works, So I just got some incense and bless, got a little snake, holy water.
It's actually sage, but yeah.
Any kind of smoke really
But you
works.
want to watch me start freaking out, bring the sage and light it up. I guess I got a slight allergic reaction to it. So.
I turned into a demon.
Yeah, it's
He's
those,
just a little demon.
it's
A
those-
ditto.
it's those demons. I found out because I was at Kirby's and some alternative type band was playing. Dude came out and did the blessing with the sage on his
Mhm.
guitar. All of a sudden, I could smell it. No big deal. Then my skin got super hot. And I was like, holy cow. So I had to step outside. The moment I stepped outside, I felt better. And then when I stepped back in, it was that sage. So I got some demon in me, I guess.
Dang.
Found out later too, because the other Amanda,
Yeah.
whether she dries it out all the time. One day I'm in there, I'm fine, I'm singing, and then all of a sudden I lock up like I sound now. I'm like, holy, and I'm coughing. She goes, oh, by the way, I'm drying sage. And I'm like, I guess that. So I had to step out again. So,
Crazy.
which is weird because I
Demon
don't think I have an
inside.
allergy towards it. So I don't know what's going on there.
You heard it here first.
Mhm.
Not first.
I'm probably possessed. I've done some things, seen some things.
I don't know what we were burning. I was burning incense and at the Mopigs, and gal came.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
She was like, I don't smoke or something like that. And I was like, it was.
I mean, I had my stogie in my hand,
it was
but I wasn't
it was
lit.
eucalyptus or something. It was one of those. I can't remember which one it was.
I don't-
It's one of the common scents.
Opium was the scent, but
Opium.
that's what it was.
Well, it smelled like lavender or something when I stepped in. That's all I
It smelled like opium, kid.
know. Is that what opium smells like? I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither. Promise. Who said that?
So you got to step in if you're going to talk.
Said what?
'cause We'll talk.
What I miss? What I miss? You gotta look at the time. 7:51. What did I say a minute?
See, he's gotten away from it because he hadn't done the last two shows. And then we brought up his performance thing that happened when they, what's one of the craziest things that's happened to you during the performance?
Well, the official original question was, what is the most embarrassing moment on stage?
So that's the reason I'm saying craziest thing that's happened to you in the performance because because that didn't happen on the stage to you guys. It all happened before and after.
Oh, well, yeah.
So
Us or somebody that we've seen.
no,
Because if it's somebody we've seen, I would say Guns N' Roses last weekend.
what happened there?
Poor Axel, he just needs to hang it up.
I didn't think
How
he
is
unhung it. I
don't
didn't think
know, but
he.
he comes out like Elton John. He
He's like
dyed his hair
57,
red,
so
his
he's
eyebrows
not
are
old.
dyed red. I mean, he looked like that guy from CSI.
Yeah,
William
yeah,
Shatner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he comes out and dressed up like Elton John. I was so confused.
Thought Elton John was there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it go over well with anybody?
He didn't, but Slash saved the day.
Okay,
God for
that's good.
Slash.
Well, yeah.
They
yeah,
got to melt
somebody-
anybody with the
I think it was a
solos.
customer. I don't think it was a another vendor, Stephanie. I think it was one of the customers. That was her excuse to rapidly leave our
Yeah,
booth.
it was a customer. It wasn't somebody.
Yeah,
It was
which-
another vendor.
Trust us, you don't need an excuse to rapidly leave our booth. You can just do it. It's like,
Well, because if you look at our booth, we're very alternative art or whatever. We're comic book art. I don't know what the hell we are, but
weird.
we're not going to be landscapes and love and everybody
No
wants
fruit baskets?
Well, almost somewhere.
I agree, Stephanie. They can eat a fart.
Or I'll put a fruit basket
What was
on
it?
one
A
now.
fruit basket?
Okay.
No, we don't have.
We'll have
I
something.
mean-
Well, because like I said,
I mean,
the coffee cup.
Yeah.
He was kind of fruity till we made him a little more manly.
Oh, that one? Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause he looked more like a pig trying to sing, and now it looks like a bearded pig that's trying to sing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that why I think the heart was an apple, wasn't it?
I think so. Like I said, I don't know. That may be one we can maybe finish the background.
Yeah, you gotta. If you look at a lot of our art, sometimes I'll just throw something in there, or he'll throw something in there. There's, like that ram horn one, or the
Ram skull, yeah.
I just threw a snail on it.
Yeah. The snail, the coffee cup, what we call them, coffee cups. Kevin's coffee cups. It's weird shit that doesn't belong, but it ends up there.
What
and-
belongs in a floating green head with a beard? Nothing.
Coffee cup.
I mean,
Coffee cup.
a coffee cup. Like I said, he did the river orange, but it turned out fucking awesome the way the orange,
Right.
we left the orange kind of, like the
Well,
sun.
the orange was only, we knew that was going to be the base. Yes, that was like the first coat.
Yeah, but,
So,
So I didn't really know what to think about the orange at first, but then like after I got in there and started leaving just a little bit of it popping through, I was like, oh yeah, it's really. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know the gal, but I'd never seen her.
yeah. And our art's not for everybody. We know that. And
I'm
still,
hoping to pick it up at age 50 and never put it down, just like you did with music.
well, that's nothing wrong with it. It's really therapeutic. It's,
Yeah.
You don't even need to just start out. And
Finger painting first.
you can. That's
Well,
what
I
she's
mean-
doing right now.
I
Yeah.
love
And-
finger painting.
And stick figures, I mean, everything starts out as a stick figure. I mean, all my sketches start out, you're trying to pose it right.
Especially when you're doing something super action packed. It's got to be stick figures.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it's going to look like a stick.
Or you'll have a hole in the paper where you keep erasing and try to,
Right.
you always. It's. I've gotten a lot better at not having to use visual references for people because that was the first thing I started drawing. I sucked at it for the longest time. Feet and hands, I still do not like, but I force myself to do them, and so
Feet, hands, eyes, and nose. Sometimes ears. I got some pads at home that's nothing but ears. Just drawing ears.
yeah, I got, and then nose will make or break
Yeah.
a character. The one
Or if
one
you-
I'm working on currently for my
And I gave up on eyes. I don't even try to match them up because they don't really match anyway.
Yeah.
But on a piece of art, if you try to match the eyes and you're off just enough, they'll really look wonky. So anymore, I just make them wonky.
Yeah, go big or go home.
the one I'm working on now. I made the nose a little too wide and nostril. It was a female and it was looking like RuPaul. And I'm like, oh my god! And the character, I went really simplistic on it. Almost like Archie and Betty kind of noses, just kind of pointy noses, just because that was kind of. I haven't released it yet, so I want to keep it under
It's
wraps.
kind of like when I did that piece of we were doing the challenge. We challenge each every once in a while. We're supposed to do Snoop Dogg. He did a Snoop Smurf. And I did basically Snoop Dogg and Samuel L. Jackson had a kid. Because Snoop Dogg's face is really long and thinner, and I actually made it more
Yeah.
stubby like Samuel L. Jackson's face.
Mhm.
So, but I hadn't done a portrait in a while that showed. But I think it shocked some people that I can actually do portraits like that. I think you were even a little bit shocked, weren't you?
I know you can do it. What's up, Gracie? We don't really talk much bearding content over here. We're just
We're
happen to be
bearded
on the
guys,
network
okay?
and have a beard. But I would definitely get with Aaron or Scott. They are the gurus of Talking Beards Network, and they will definitely know. But I'm sure there is something in Virginia.
Oh, I know there's got to be some in Virginia because I think most beards came from Virginia to begin with.
Been getting a lot of scams. I'm pretty sure that's a scam right there. That one right there. So we're not gonna flash it up. So, yep, definitely. But we paint. We talk music on Saturdays, and we paint and talk with cool people, musicians today. Mandy
They're
and
both
the
of them
Beats.
painted, so now
And we do still got one more video. So let's play that, and then we'll get out of here. So stick around for this. Was Tyler Childers' Nose to the Grindstone. Mandy and the Beats, and like I said, they haven't officially got too much recorded. So this is Diveta and Amanda. Don't call her Mandy.
Thank you.
problem I have with saying Mandy, they'll start calling her Maddie, and Maddie's someone else.
Yeah, well,
She knows who I'm talking about.
Maddie's such a sweetheart.
I
That was
thought
so fun.
I
to
thought
watch.
you were going by Mandy because I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't even see you as a Mandy because
That's good. I don't either.
I don't either. I mean, I've known you as Amanda, and so.
This might be our first and only podcast that we go by that name. Especially now that we have Diveta in the mix, then
Yeah.
we'll have to come up with
something
us
different.
all. Yeah.
So we will definitely keep you posted on the
Mandy
name change.
DeVita, baby.
That's the song she was named after.
Keep your nose on the grindstone and out of the blues. Well, Daddy, I've been trying, I just can't catch a break. There's too much in this world I can't seem to shake. I remember your words, Lord, they bring me to tears. Keep your nose on the grindstone and out of the blues.
Yeah, we're muted. Now we're not muted. Now we're back. How you doing?
That was the one I pulled out.
Doing the washboard too.
Yeah.
So we will keep you up to date on the name change. You heard it here first. There's going to be a name change. So,
Even though it is pretty catchy.
I mean,
There we go. We can do a Mandy and the Beats piece of artwork.
Yeah.
We'll go on Mandy. Isn't Mandy that one little witch thing? Death.
Baby and the Beats.
I think that's Mindy.
Huh?
I think that's Mindy.
That might be Mindy, but I'll
Yeah.
go on Mandy now.
Mork and Mindy. Mork and
I'll
Mindy.
just-
Well, like I said, we're going to take a couple weeks off, so it'll be after Halloween before we're back over here. I think I'm going to still keep the Saturday podcast as much as possible, just out of animosity on that one, because
Well, the holidays.
Casey and I are the only music lovers in the entire world. Everybody else hates it. That's what we've learned because nobody watches it.
Well, you just don't like looking at my ceiling fan because I'm the ultimate fan of music.
Well, with everything, like I said, Casey tries, and Casey, I mean, he's
Yeah.
we've got a lot of history together, and he's trying to do the same thing with his podcast, so he just wants
I
some
want to
time
get
on.
back. I'd love to get him back in here and let's get on his again.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, so it'll happen. He's getting trying to get some bigger guests on his.
And I just can't get on your music one that often because I'm out performing. So.
I mean, that's kind of thing. So
I tried to pop in last night, but by the time you guys were on, I was in the booth screaming my lungs out.
yeah, well, he does Christmas lights, and he's got a lot of things going on, so it's going to be a busy season for him. So we may start doing some pre-recording for it, but I mean that doesn't doesn't give us the interaction, and sometimes we get interaction, sometimes we don't. That one's only 30 minutes, so we
We had a lot
usually
today.
breeze through that one. We'll blink and it's over. And then it seemed like the first 30 minutes just drug on and on. I was like, holy shit, it's only been 10 minutes. And, it's
Well,
like,
I sent out a lot of requests.
and then, I quit looking at the time after that, and we just started talking. And,
Yeah.
See, our show is about everything and about nothing. I mean, it's whatever you want it to be. Definitely when you get a recording going, we'd love to have you back.
Yep.
Sounds good.
And
so we
And
got,
hopefully some
maybe you'll have it set up to do
some
a live
shows on the
recording.
calendar too.
I'm
Some shows
seeing,
to say.
Might have a drummer by then. We don't know.
looks like a cassette tape
Well,
right
I'll
there.
always step in as a
Awesome. You gotta wear a dress. It's okay.
Kevin's pedaling.
You could be our man.
He's got one in the closet.
I'm building one. I'm building a Melvera character.
All right.
Elvira.
Oh,
Elvira.
Let's say goodbye. Let's get out of here. Bye.
we'll put that in your calendar.
Yeah.
We have a low cap so you can see my hairy chest.
Yes. Push it together a little bit.
You're wearing those big platform boots.